Welcome, Riley Bear, and hello to all our friends. Let's read a story. Welcome to Storytime with Nana Lisa. I'm so happy you're here. Each day, I read a story to Riley Bear and all her wonderful friends from all around the world, including you. So grab your favorite sweater, snuggle up, and let's read together. It's Storytime with Nana Lisa. A Storytime with Nana Lisa presentation of Amelia Bedelia Goes Wild, Chapter 11 and 12 by Herman Parish. Pictures by Lynn Averill. Chapter 11. A Sheep in Sheep's Clothing. Finally, it was Friday, the last day before the zoo was to officially open. Everyone in Amelia Bedelia's class came to her house after school to make sure that the zoo would be ready in time. Pat and Amelia Bedelia went straight to the garage to work on the contraption. They tested it a couple of times. It took 3 seconds after the treat was grabbed for the inflatable tube to fall into place. All that was missing was a banana and a monkey. Rose's mother stopped by with cupcakes for everyone and 3 mini trampolines. Amelia Bedelia and Rose decided to set them up in a line, one right after the other. Rose hopped on. Boing, boing, boing. "I'm a kangaroo," she hollered. Then everyone had to try it. The trampolines were the perfect addition to the Be an Animal exhibit. The whole class worked together on the final exhibit, Signs of Animals. There was a section of a tree trunk with claw marks made from clay. It looked exactly like a bear had been there. Penny used more clay on another tree to make it look like a beaver had gnawed the wood. And Nate used a dark brown marker to create fake holes. A woodpecker searching for bugs. That night, Amelia Bedelia's family sat down to a special dinner of grilled lamb chops. Her father had been talking about dinner nonstop since he came home from work. At last, the table was set, the candles were lit, and dinner was served. He said, "Bah." Amelia Bedelia's father looked at Amelia Bedelia's mother, who looked at Amelia Bedelia, who tried to look like nothing had happened. Amelia Bedelia's father shrugged and popped a bite of lamb into his mouth. "Bah!" Amelia Bedelia's dad stopped chewing. "Sweetheart," he said, "either this is the freshest lamb you've ever made, or there is a sheep right outside our window." They both looked at Amelia Bedelia. "You look sheepish," said her mother. "Sheepish?" said Amelia Bedelia. "I'm not a sheep." "What sheep?" "Bah, bah, bah." Her parents jumped up and ran outside with Amelia Bedelia close behind them. The sun was setting, songbirds were chirping, and a sheep was grazing on the grass. This peaceful scene lasted less than a second. "Okay, young lady," said her mother, "out with it. What's that sheep doing in our yard?" Eating supper," said Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia's mother put her hands on her hips, her eyes narrowing to slits. Amelia Bedelia's father gazed up at the heavens as he slowly shook his head. Amelia Bedelia realized that she had run out of luck. It was time for the truth. "You know Wade, right? Well, Wade's uncle, Fred, has a farm," she explained. "He grows vegetables and he has animals like chickens and pigs and sheep and cows. When he came to town today for the farmer's market, he dropped off a spare sheep." "Sweetie," said Amelia Bedelia's mother, "I don't recall giving you permission to have a sheep." "But my zoo opens tomorrow," said Amelia Bedelia. "Uncle Fred will stop by afterward and pick it up." "Look," said her father, "your ideas are super, but you've gone wild. You're making me nuts with these animals. Are you trying to get my goat?" "Goat?" said Amelia Bedelia. "If I knew you had a goat, I wouldn't have gotten a sheep." Amelia Bedelia's mother clapped her hand to her mouth and snorted. "Amelia Bedelia," she said, trying not to laugh, "you don't have any more animals up your sleeve, do you?" "See for yourselves," said Amelia Bedelia, rolling up both of her sleeves. "Empty." Now her father was trying not to laugh, but he managed to say, "No more surprise animals, young lady," in his firmest, "I'm really not kidding this time," voice. "Cross my heart," said Amelia Bedelia, tracing a giant X on her chest. Luckily, the sheep was wearing a collar. Amelia Bedelia's father tied a rope to the collar and led the sheep to a spot where it would have plenty of grass, but couldn't reach any of her mother's flower beds. "I need to attach the rope to something," he said. "Any ideas?" "How about a stake?" asked Amelia Bedelia's mother. "Dad doesn't need a steak," said Amelia Bedelia. "He's got a plate full of lamb chops waiting for him." Her parents looked at her, then at each other, and then at the sheep. "Bah! Here's an idea," said Amelia Bedelia's father. "Let's put those lamb chops in the fridge. I vote we all go out for pizza. All those in favor say bah!" "Bah!" said Amelia Bedelia. "Bah!" said her mother. "Bah!" said the sheep. "It's unanimous," said her father. "Hey, Mom and Dad," Amelia Bedelia said from the back seat as they pulled out of the driveway. "When we get back home, remind me to call and cancel the cow." Now she was the one who couldn't keep a straight face. She burst out laughing, and her parents did too, and they laughed all the way to the perfect pizza parlor. Chapter 12. Getting skunked twice. Late that night, finally began acting very strangely. She danced at the back door, whining, growling, and barking. Amelia Bedelia's father opened the door from the outside. He had just put out the trash and finally tore past him and ran into the backyard. "Wow," said Amelia Bedelia's father. "I'd hate to run into Finally. She's loaded for bear." "Daddy, what are you talking about?" said Amelia Bedelia. "We don't have any bears in our backyard, only a sheep." Finally barked, then growled, then yelped. "Whoa," said Amelia Bedelia's father. "Do you smell that?" Anyone with a nose could smell that. Finally had been sprayed by a skunk. "No chance," said Amelia Bedelia's father when Finally appeared at the back door, eager to come in. "You raised a stink, and then you found one. We need to clean you up first." Amelia Bedelia's mother called Diana, the dog walker, to ask for a recipe for getting rid of the skunk odor. Luckily, Finally got more of a skunk spritz than a full spray. Amelia Bedelia and her parents took turns scrubbing, so she cleaned up pretty quickly. The only good part was that before they scrubbed her, Amelia Bedelia took a clipping of Finally's hair and put it in a plastic bag. She wrote "skunk smell" on the outside of the bag. She'd add it to the signs of animals exhibit in the morning, with a warning to anyone brave enough to take a whiff. It was getting late. Amelia Bedelia couldn't wait for tomorrow. She grabbed a banana from the fruit bowl and was heading out to the garage when her mother stopped her. "Where are you going? You're not leaving the house with a skunk loose in our backyard, and it's time for bed." "Hey," said her father, "did you invite that skunk to your zoo?" Amelia Bedelia would have smiled, but she was upset that she couldn't put a banana in the car seat contraption for the monkey. All that work, all those plans. She trudged upstairs and left the banana on her windowsill. As usual, she had really wanted to catch that monkey for her zoo. Just like Finally, Amelia Bedelia had been skunked. To be continued. Good night, moon. Good night, stars. Good night, Riley Bear, and friends wherever you are, whether you're close to us, near or far. Nana Lisa loves you just as you are. So give me a hug and squeeze me tight. Here's a good night kiss. Let's tuck you in just right. You are oh so special and oh so sweet. Have good dreams and sleep in peace. Until we meet again, dear Riley Bear and friends, good night. I love you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. New friends are joining us every day. And guess what? Each time you like the video, we get a new friend to read with us. And remember, don't forget to tap that notification bell so you'll always know when a new story is waiting for you. Hope to see you soon.